So I want to address a question that I have commonly gotten asked. So you may have seen on some of my recipes or posts when I'm talking about smoothies especially, that you should rotate your greens. So why am I saying this? I'm telling you this because for some people, when they get into the situation of eating tons of kale every day or tons of spinach every day, they can actually run into some health issues. And so it is important for us to have some variety and to rotate our greens. So the first reason why we want to rotate our greens is that some of them, especially like I mentioned, the kale and the spinach, are really high in a compound that we call oxalates. And oxalates are organic acids. They're natural, so your body naturally produces them. They're in foods, but they're especially high in some foods and some greens. And sometimes we cannot process these oxalates out of our system, and they can build up, and especially when we're really consuming high amounts. So if you're predisposed to have issues with oxalates, you might know this if you have a history of kidney stones, kidney urinary issues. You may have an issue with oxalates. There's many other reasons, and it can go a little bit in depth, but just to try to help prevent this and prevent any issues is to rotate your greens with lower oxalate ones, such as just like a spring mix, romaine lettuce, things like that. The second reason why we want to rotate our greens is because of a compound called goitrogens. And goitrogens, they're found in cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, kale, arugula, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, things like that. And they have high amounts of goitrogens are linked to thyroid issues, to hypothyroidism. So if you already have an autoimmune condition or trouble with your thyroid, you do not want to be consuming large amounts of these compounds as well. So it doesn't mean you have to avoid it, definitely not, but maybe you want to watch your intake and just have that variety of other greens that are going to be lower in this compound, which would maybe be Swiss chard or colored greens and some different lettuce varieties. A third reason that you want to rotate your greens is alkaloids. They're another compound that are found in these certain varieties that you just do not want to have super high amounts of, because they can cause problems for you, especially if you are predisposed to issues. So the same thing, you just want to rotate different varieties so you're not getting too high of any one of those compounds. And when you just are happily rotating them and trying different greens, maybe seasonally, especially what's growing in your garden, what looks good in the grocery store or at your farmer's market, you can help get that variety. And another reason is just so that you get the variety of nutrition. So obviously all these vegetables are very nutrient rich, but they're all going to have different percentages of nutrients. So some might be really high in vitamin A or vitamin C, maybe magnesium, either folate. So you just want to get that variety just so you can get all those different awesome nutrients in as well. So all the different varieties you can use, obviously we do have our classics, the kale and the spinach, that you want to just rotate and not stick to all the time. You can switch those up with, I like a spring mix that you can just buy that has a variety of different lettuces. You can do romaine lettuce or Swiss chard, collard greens, dandelion greens, beet greens. Those are very great for detoxing and very mineral rich. Also, baby bok choy is a great one as well. Celery, cucumbers, so other vegetables that are not necessarily your lettuce, your leafy green type. So you have tons of variety. So like I always say, just get out there and experiment, try different ones with the flavors of your smoothies. I'd warn you, arugula can be a very tough one to work into smoothies if you're trying to do something sweet with fruit, but just get out there and really test different things and find what you enjoy so that you can get that variety that is going to be the most beneficial for your body. So if you have any questions on this at all, please comment below. If you find this information informative, please like and share with others that might get benefit from it as well. So as always, you can find more information on my Facebook page, Zen Functional Wellness, or at zenfunctionalwellness.com. Thank you so much.